part 2 of my overview on Batman by Tom King. At this point, I haven't read the whole run, so these are like a commentary on it on real time on the first read. I mean, it's what I'm trying to say. So for this video, we have more than one issue. We have, well, these are the Spanish one, but it's Batman 1 to 6, 6 issues that form the first arc called title I Am Gotham. Gotham. So what's about, or did I like it? Well, here is the first and the same issue as part 1. That was the Rebirth issue. And here we have the cover for the Batman 1. It is drawn by David Finch, Tom King scripting, and this I like a lot. Like a lot. This is something I liked a lot about Tom King's writing, is that we have an arc, but 5 parts, a 5-part arc, but every issue has something to tell, and there's some time skips between them. For example, this first issue is just Batman here talking to Gordon about something, plane exploding, falling, and Batman, the whole issue is just action, doing something to save the plane. Now, the theme of the issue is like Batman, well, it serves some purpose to show us how he operates, like when this new Duke character with Alfred, and the kind of dialogue we'll be getting for the rest of the run, maybe. We have characters complaining about the Batman being the superhero and they have on the city, since he's just human. Superman could have saved the day rather easily, according to this character that mentions this. And we have Bruce thinking a lot about his parents. Is this a good death? If I die today, that kind of stuff. Really action-packed, really a lot of tension on this issue. Well, this is the cover. We have Duke, Gordon, Batman, the plane, and these characters. Here we have like some seeds to another story that will come after, like who shot the plane, who shot the person who shot the plane, who killed him. Is this a good death? And in the end, we have the representation of this character, Superman-like characters called Gotham, Gotham Girl. So who is Gotham? Gotham is the city. Batman is the city. Batman is Gotham. I am Gotham, or Gotham will be Gotham. I mean, is it like super brainy stuff? Not a lot, not at all, but it's not like a whole essay or a lot of text talking about this. Sure, sounds ambitious, no, pretentious. But when you're reading it, it's not that pretentious. It reads well, a lot of action, some dialogue here and there, and that suggests ideas about Batman. I mean, if you want to write an essay about this questions that King is giving you go ahead, but it's not like he's saying I'm really smart or anything. He's just a really good writer, scripter, I think, capable of telling a story on one issue. Since the artist can draw action, he puts action on it, um, suggest, suggests ideas, um, and uses a lot of different paneling to tell different actions. Well, the colorist on this book is really great. I think it's Jordi Beller. And we have also some funny bits, even. Well, we have the presentation of those characters, and what I was talking about, this is cover of Batman 2 on the US issues. So now Batman is working with them. We'll see. What we have here is not the action continuing directly from the ending of that issue. So, of course, maybe Batman and these new characters talk on that moment, but we don't see that. We just see the new status quo, that is Batman knowing that these characters are here. These characters are trying to stop Grandy here someday. I don't know how much days later, it doesn't really matter. And here's a lot of action. This sequence, I really like it, like Grandy running to here, smoke, and a silhouette, like who could be? It is Batman. It is really synthetic, direct, the style of King's writing, at least on this arc. It's just the minimal panels. Well, here we have like a Batman coming to the rescue in the end. He stops Grandy before Grandy kills that man, telling this character to do better. And here we have like Gotham talking like, for real, we appreciate your help. Teach us how to be good and all that. Batman is suspicious, you know. I like this a lot also, like, okay, the action stops here. We have Batman on the Batcave, and this sequence, it doesn't spread out to many pages more. It just uses these two, and it is rather effective to use just these two because you have all here. This is like one big scene and nothing else. Like, and I think that is one of the strongest things King does as a writer. Again, we have a whole sequence just on these 2 pages, so you could just read these two and go do something else and then come back and continue. You know you can stop here because probably the next when you turn the page it will be another sequence, and rather effective. What I like about this issue also is that this conversation about this character confessing doing something bad and he kills himself in the end, it is some bleak, really bleak and depressing scene. And on the next page we have this again, one of my favorite pages from these 6 issues is this one. We got here this dialogue. I have to go. What? Alfred? What? Just that kind of dialogue. But what do we have here? We have Batman being Bruce Wayne playing the Playboy character. Because of the pose, we can imagine these characters dancing before this panel. The signal not being there, the signal lighting up, Bruce stopping and turning his face to there, and then saying this. this is what comics should be. They are not storyboards. They are telling a story with images and condensing it. If this was like a modern mainstream manga, action manga, mainstream action manga, or like a storyboard, this whole scene would be told like in 5 pages. And this is what I really like about Tom King when he does this kind of stuff. Well, this page is also funny. So for me, the King's Batman run is a really funny one. I mean, sure, the story might be bleak and dark, but it doesn't stop it from having this kind of moments. Even this one, where Alfred is being really sarcastic. I really like a sarcastic Alfred. Again, we have a Batman meeting with them and say like, it is a conversation. And then we have the introduction of more problems to come. In the Psychopirate, Hugo Strange, Amanda Waller. It seems like they will be using the Psychopirate to do something not really good. So the covers are not that great to me, but they are effective in being like this. The first issue, we had a plane. That's what we got on the issue. We got Batman, we got Duke, we got Gordon, and we got these new characters. Now that we seems to know, we know who these characters are. On this page, it seems like they will be working together, and that's something they kinda did on the first pages of this issue. Now we have Batman coming on a bike over Gotham. Will there be a fight? Will there be a fight? I don't know. What we have here is an origin story similar to the Bruce Wayne one, but Batman stops it from happening, the murder of the parents. And in the end, we got the reveal that Bruce is his Matches Malone private detective persona investigating the Gotham and Gotham Girl. And he questions the fathers and he learns about the origins that they are really fans of Batman. Here we have straight out references to the Batman origin story, like visual references. This is Bruce Wayne, basically. There we got the origin of these characters, and there's a lot of questions that are raised about their origins. Until the point I've read, they are still not answered. But I guess they will be. Like, who gave them the powers? How much power they got and all that. And then we have the collapsing of a bridge, Batman coming to the rescue in his bike. There. And we got, and then after the bridge falling apart, these characters saving lives, Batman coming to help, and they do that. They save people, and Batman is a little more open to them. So they are happy because they got Batman's trust. And they come and they attend this explosion, and the end is like, oh no, the Psychopirate, Hugo Strange, these characters will suffer. The Psychopirate has the powers of increasing, increasing like the emotions one has, and maybe projecting some we don't have. And these are like variant covers done by Tim Sale. I like this one, and this one is also good, okay. But I don't know, Tim Sale style like his modern or last style before he passed away. I didn't really like it that much, to be honest. This is issue number. This is the cover of number 4. Gotham falling, descending to the void, and Batman watching it as he falls. So again, this issue, what is it? We don't know what the Psycho Pirate did, like the action itself. We are not shown that. Again, I like that because if you are following a series, this one was published like once bi-weekly one, 1 month. You need to tell us something on that week and not being like a continuing action, because if you do that on a series that I don't have like access to all the issues immediately or are reading like binge reading, um, it gets frustrating. And this one I really like. This action, it's not immediately after this, like immediately the next scene. This one is Batman coming here to this place and watching all these dead soldiers. Gotham Girl is really scared, really nice spread page and dark, and the drawing and the color. The color is really what makes this as it is. Gotham is not here. He killed everybody. So he is not good. And what we have then, after that one, is a reference to the All-Star Superman page where Superman saves someone who's trying to commit suicide. After we watch this, we watch Gotham. We see Gotham on a page that is basically the same as that of All-Star Superman, with a whole new context. And that are seeing things that if you have read that references, you can read this on another level. Is it necessary? No. Does it make this better, a better experience? Of course, it does. And that's what I appreciate. I appreciate about what King is doing on this run, and at this point, or more than what he's doing with the story, what he's doing with the script. One thing is the idea that he has and want to tell in on the comic. Another thing is the way he does it, and the way of this issue, like Batman entering, blood everywhere, everyone's dead and Gotham killed them, and then a reference to one of the most optimistic scenes of Superman, with this Superman-like character. But on another note, that's awesome. That's great. And if you are working for a company that made that comic and you can use that property, again, you just use it because you can. If you have the opportunity to think about and something ingenious, no, yes, something really smart, a smart way of using it, just use it. Again, the story Batman takes care of Gotham Girl. She's not good. She's really afraid. Psycho Pirate made that. Also made Gotham act in this way. He can control his feelings. Batman is like, I know who did this. He gets to them. Amanda Waller is like, we were betrayed by Hugo Strange. And she's a really stupid character, actually. Amanda Waller, she just fucks everything up. And Batman is like, well, again, before this run, we got the Snyder run. Do you have to read the Snyder run? No. Is there a mention to it? Yes, here, in 3 panels. You can understand this without having read the Snyder run. You actually can. And that is good. If this makes you want to read the Snyder run because you want to know, go ahead, do it. If you don't want to read the Snyder run, you don't have to, because here is everything like told in a very little space, in a way that it is effective to this story. We don't have to really know all the details, because what we are reading is this story in particular, not these ones. If you want to read these ones, go and read that one and that stories. Well, and Gotham went to his parents' house. They are killed. They were killed by this soldier that was not killed by Gotham. Gotham killed him. Batman couldn't save Gotham, basically, like, he couldn't stop him. Next issue, issue 5. The arc ends. Gotham is like crazy fighting by Batman, and again, we got some serious stuff, some kind of end of the world stuff. But the plan is really like Adam West, like Alfred and dressing up as Batman, and point of view page. This I really like it. One action sequence to know, Alfred is Batman and he looks weird. Another page is another scene, like him approaching to Gotham on a point of view way. Every page counts as a scene, maybe. He tends to do that. I'm Batman. Alfred saying I'm Batman is really funny. Running, he looks skinny as shit. Funny stuff between all this dark stuff. Well, in the end, Gotham Girl reveals the secret that they have these powers, and they have a lot of power if they want to, but if they have more power, they are losing life. And Gotham, if he keeps using his powers as he's doing right now, he will be dead. So Batman tries to stop him because of this, to save him. And in the end, Gotham Girl, the Justice League, everyone appears. Gotham is too powerful. If he wants, he defeats the League, even Superman. And in the end, Gotham Girl comes a little late. Gotham has died. Here again, some planning for the future, foreshadowing death of Batman again. Seems like they are building up to that. I don't really know. Here we have another Team Sale variant, I don't really like what Team Sale is doing at this point of his career. But if you do, that's okay. Gotham died. And what we have here is issue number 6. This is the cover of issue number 6. Issue number 6 is again, there's some action, and it is drawn by Ivan Reis. I think Ivan Reis is a better artist than David Finch, like a lot better. But I don't really like David Finch, but Tom King script did play well to David Finch strengths. So even though I don't like David Finch, I like him on this run. Do I buy an issue of Batman because David Finch is drawing? No. But did he do? Did he do as good a job on this one? Yes, and that because the script maybe knew that he was going to draw, so maybe King adapted a little bit to his partner strengths. This issue is like an epilogue, but you can think about this one as a single one, like a one shot, and it is about Gotham Girl losing her mind. He's not doing well because of the psychopirate stuff and because his brother died. He or she is like talking to him, on speaking out loud. I'm talking to him. He or she is fighting some pirates. Yeah, Gotham has pirates, and that's kind of the ridiculous stuff that Tom King introduces on the run. Tom King uses a lot of crazy characters that are actually not his original creations, but are stuff like from the Golden Age, really. And he rescues these characters and use them here. So if you don't like that, maybe you will not like this run. But I don't really mind that. I like that he's writing comics. He's doing some serious stuff, but at the same time, he knows these are superhero comics, and he uses some of the more stupid or ridiculous stuff about them in between. It's like serious, Adam West, ridiculous, and maybe more from the Golden Age than the Silver Age, I think, what he's trying to. But he's like mixing up all this at once, and I think it reads really well, especially with this kind of artists. So the whole issue is like Batman here going before Gotham Girl, trying to help her. She's some crazy ass girl right there. And we have the introduction of this character that will be important later. Kite Man. Yes, here again, Saturday. We have one scene, one joke. Another scene is stop. And that. Batman stopping Gotham Girl. They talk. He talks to Claire, not to Gotham Girl. Got Claire. And she's suffering, he's suffering, he reveals his identity, and here ends the issue. And this gag. Is it the end to the I Am Gotham storyline? It is the end to the arc. The arc was maybe like a phase where the status quo was like Batman and these new characters, how they interact. Was it the end to the story? Of course not at all. Like this character has not been really saved. Will this be continuing on next issues? We'll see. At the end of the page, with the issue, we have this page that sets up the new arc, the arc I Am Suicide, and it has to do with the revelation that the Psychopirate is now in Santa Prisca. Bane will be using it. Bane is like the king of that place, and Bane was behind this whole plot about the psychopirate who was strange and the liberation of it and sending the psychopirate to Santa Prisca. So Batman now uh, will go to Santa Prisca to rescue, to take the psychopirate of Bane's hands and maybe use him. We don't know. Will he accept this deal? We'll see on the next arc. I am suicide. Is Batman suicide? Did this arc answer if Batman is Gotham? Um, Also, after this one, we got a Batman issue 7 and 8. And that issues are part of a crossover called Night of the Monster Men, an arc that has to do with Hugo Strange and was set up on this whole arc. King doesn't write any Batman issue on that crossover. I think every issue was written by, it is a Detective Comics Nightwing and Batman crossover, like 2 issues every series, and a 6 issue arc. It is written by Steve Orlando, I think. It's not really good. The writing is really odd, like the way Batman speaks. But what you have to do is that, oh, strange, it is not defeated here. It is defeated on that crossover. He was the main character here, and Gotham Girl helps in a way on the action scenes. But besides that, nothing really important about that arc to the whole King saga on Batman. We got this Batman number 6, bearing cover by Tim Sale. Again, I don't like what Sale is doing. And that's it, the I Am Gotham arc. Hope you like it. Hope you keep watching for the next revision, the I Am Suicide arc.